There's a reason your body feels different around this person. It's not anxiety, it's not overthinking, and it's definitely not you being too sensitive. It's the quiet part of you that has been paying attention long before your mind started making excuses. Your intuition doesn't scream, it doesn't argue. It simply pulls back and waits to see if you'll listen. You've noticed the pause in your breath when their name appears, the way your energy drops after conversations that seem normal, the heaviness that lingers even when nothing bad has happened. And you keep telling yourself, maybe I'm imagining it, maybe I'm being unfair, maybe I should give them more time. But here is the truth. No one says out loud. Your intuition is not trying to destroy a connection. It is trying to protect the part of you that still believes in sincerity. Some people don't hurt you all at once. They erode you slowly through inconsistency, subtle disrespect, and emotional confusion that has no clear explanation. Your intuition feels that long before your heart breaks. If you've been feeling torn between what you want to believe and what you feel in your chest, stay with this message. By the end, you won't just understand why your intuition is reacting. You'll understand what it has been trying to save you from. 1. When your intuition speaks without words. Your intuition doesn't arrive with evidence. It arrives with a feeling you can't explain, and that's why you keep doubting it. This person hasn't done anything obviously wrong. They laugh with you. They show up sometimes. They say the right things when it matters most, and yet something inside you stays tense. You replay conversations not because you are dramatic, but because your body felt unsafe before your mind caught up. You notice how you're always the one adjusting, softening, waiting, understanding, how being around them costs you energy instead of giving it back. Your intuition is not judging them. It is noticing patterns. It notices how your joy shrinks just a little, how your voice lowers, how you hesitate before being fully yourself. And still, you stay because you don't want to misread something that feels important. Here is what most people never learn. Your intuition doesn't need proof to be valid. It needs honesty. Some people are not meant to be villains in your story. They are meant to be lessons. They don't harm you intentionally. They harm you by being unable to meet you where you stand. Your intuition senses that mismatch early. If you've been telling yourself to wait and see while something inside you quietly pulls away, that isn't fear. That is wisdom knocking softly. 2. The cost of ignoring what you feel. When you ignore your intuition, it doesn't disappear, it changes shape. It becomes exhaustion you can't explain, a constant need to justify someone who keeps making you feel small in ways you can't name. A tiredness that settles in your chest every time you prepare yourself before interacting with them. You start abandoning tiny pieces of yourself, not all at once, but slowly enough that you don't notice when it begins. You stop saying what you really think because it feels easier to keep the peace. You convince yourself that love requires patience, even when patience turns into self-erasure. You doubt your instincts. You question your memory. You tell yourself that if you could just be calmer, quieter, more understanding, things would feel different. But your intuition was never trying to create conflict. It was trying to keep you aligned with who you are. Some connections don't explode. They slowly drain. They leave you confused instead of cherished, hopeful instead of secure. Your intuition recognizes that imbalance long before your heart is ready to admit it. If loving this person feels like constant effort while being alone feels lighter, that is not coincidence. The longer you ignore it, the more distant you become from yourself, even while standing next to someone else. 3. Why your intuition reacts to this person. Your intuition reacts not because they are cruel, but because they are inconsistent. They give you just enough to stay, just enough warmth to keep you hoping, just enough presence to make you doubt your own discomfort. That inconsistency confuses your heart, but alarms your intuition. Love does not leave you guessing about your worth. This person may care about you in their own way, but care without safety still hurts. Affection without reliability still drains. Connection without emotional accountability still wounds. Your intuition notices how you are always waiting for the next version of them, the softer one, the more present one, the one who finally chooses you fully. It feels the emotional imbalance, even when your mind explains it away as timing or circumstances. Here is the hardest truth. Some people come into your life not to stay, but to reveal how deeply you are willing to betray yourself for connection. Your intuition sees that you are shrinking to fit a space that does not expand for you. It feels how often you carry the emotional weight while they remain comfortable. If being around this person makes you feel unseen, even when they are right there, remember this. Not every loss comes from someone leaving. Some come from staying too long. Part 4. The moment you finally listen. The moment you stop fighting your intuition, something unexpected happens. You feel calm. Not because the situation suddenly makes sense, but because you do. You stop replaying conversations in your head, searching for hidden meanings. You stop waiting for clarity from someone who thrives in uncertainty. You stop explaining yourself to people who never tried to understand you. Slowly, the tension you've been carrying begins to loosen. Listening to your intuition doesn't always mean walking away immediately. Sometimes it means creating space, emotional, mental, even physical, so you can hear yourself again. You begin to notice how much lighter you feel when you're not trying to be chosen. How peace returns when you stop performing patience. How your self-respect grows the moment you stop abandoning it. This is where many people turn back, not because the intuition was wrong, but because choosing yourself feels unfamiliar. Yet this is also where healing begins. Once you listen, you can no longer unknow what you know, and even if you stay with awareness, not illusion. Your intuition did not come to ruin something good, it came to restore your alignment. And when you honor it, even quietly, you begin coming back to yourself. 5. What trusting your intuition gives you back. When you finally trust your intuition, you don't just gain clarity about this person. You reclaim yourself. You stop craving certainty from someone who lives in emotional half-steps. You stop mistaking intensity for intimacy. You stop calling confusion love just because it feels familiar. And in that quiet return to yourself, something powerful happens. You begin to recognize what real connection feels like. Not butterflies that make you anxious, but steadiness that lets you breathe. Not constant thinking, but quiet presence. Not emotional highs and lows, but mutual care that doesn't need to be earned. Your intuition was never trying to protect you from love. It was protecting you from losing yourself in something that could never fully hold you. Some people will never be able to meet you where you stand. Not because you are too much, but because they are emotionally unavailable in ways they have not faced yet. That truth hurts. But it also frees. Because once you trust yourself, you stop chasing people who make you doubt your worth. You stop negotiating your needs. You stop waiting for someone else to choose you. You choose you, and that choice becomes the foundation for the kind of love that does not trigger your intuition, because it does not require survival. If this message found you while you've been questioning yourself, hear this gently. You were never too sensitive. You were never imagining things. You were listening to something real. Your intuition is not loud. It whispers through discomfort, restlessness, heaviness, and that quiet knowing you keep trying to outrun. If someone keeps triggering that feeling, it is not because you are broken. It is because your soul recognizes what your heart has not let go of yet. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop waiting for clarity from another person and start trusting the clarity already living inside you. You are not lost. You are becoming aware. And that is where everything begins. Today, you finally listened. If you're ready to choose peace, comment, I choose myself. Like this video if you're done questioning your sensitivity. Subscribe if you want reminders that love should feel safe, steady, and whole, not something you recover from. You're not late, you're right on time.